Like, just look at my screen right now. This is okay. I have to do it live because it's so funny. Okay, if you go to Google and you just search for cowboy screaming ah, it's the first thing.
What the fuck?
What?
Is it just that?
It's like if you search
Like
for
for
cowboy.
10 hours, you just hear cowboys screaming, ah.
I, I don't know. I just love that that's what comes up on Google.
Why would you search that?
Because I was trying to find it one time when I was at work last year or something. I was trying to find it for someone and I was like, I don't know what to search for. So I just searched for cowboy screaming, ah, and it actually showed up.
Jesus. Welcome back to another episode of If Only Podcast, aka Indian Football Only Podcast. I'm Romit. I'm here with Charan and Omar. Guys, what will it take to get Leo Messi to India? How could he?
Wow.
His
How
contract
do we
is up
start with
in
that?
6 months. He's projected to go to either PSG or Manchester City, or he's going to go to America, join Beckham's team in Inter Miami, or one of the teams from India can lure him in
It's
and
never
bring
gonna
him
happen.
That's never
to
gonna
India.
happen.
It's never
Okay,
gonna
okay.
happen.
Let's talk about a hypothetical where it does happen. What will it take for it to happen?
Oh man, I don't think it'll. First of all, like it would be
So,
like so much money.
yeah.
Like that would
But
be a
so,
minimum
and
requirement.
like Indian, like Etihad owns Mumbai, so I don't think money is an issue.
Well, first of all, I do think money is an issue. I don't actually think that they can afford Leo Messi. And if Etihad can afford Leo Messi, there's no way they would send him to Mumbai. They'd send him to Man City. They would put the money for Man City instead. The other thing is like I don't know if there are rules in the ISL around salary caps and stuff like that. Because I don't think Leo Messi would be happy with a salary cap. He would want a lot of money.
Want a lot of money, but then again, I'm sure like teams in China and teams from Middle East are offering so much money, and then they got people like Xavi to come there. People like I think one more. What was the? I think Diego Forlan, or like the people
But
like
it's Messi
international.
though.
I know. So America can't pay those salaries either.
I don't
So
think he'll go to America either. Well, actually, he might go to America, but not for the football. Like it's America, right? Like he can like live in America with his family, and
That would be so weird.
it'll be so
Imagine
weird.
like,
imagine Leo Messi living in India. Last time you were talking about Diego Costa going to Calcutta and buying onions.
yeah.
We can imagine my Messi walking around the streets of Kerala or something.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but I just like realistically, I don't think there's any possibility of that ever happening.
If it did happen, which team do you think he would be most suited for?
Probably Goa. Man.
Goa would be amazing.
Goa would be amazing, right?
Goa would be the like standout pick.
That would be awesome. Like they could like finish their whatever is going on in their heads. They could actually have Leo Messi in the front.
That's what I was wondering. It's like the level, the status of Indian football, it'll automatically jump like 5 levels just because of the international eye that's going to be projected on them. But as well as like all the fucking forward, the hype that will go with it, I don't know.
I think he would walk through teams. I think like imagine Goa with Leo Messi playing against Odisha or something. It would literally be like, I don't know, a bit embarrassing to watch. I think.
I feel like if Indian football, the infrastructure of Indian football was maybe a few years ahead. Like I want to talk about refereeing again. I want to talk about so many other aspects of Indian football where it's still so lacking. But if it was like maybe a few years ahead, if India had just maybe a level to Australia, equal to a level of Australia, maybe, or even maybe some of the Middle Eastern clubs, it's good.
The thing but when you said China though, like there's no like serious footballers.
Come on, Tevez went there, Kaka went, not Kaka.
But I think like it's
they went in their prime. They didn't even go in after they were lost. Like they went in their early 30s.
Okay, I'll take that back. Like there was some, but there's like you can handpick the very few that like there for sure there are a lot of foreign players in China, but like there's not that many like
superstars,
like AAA players in China. And for sure the guys that did go went purely for money. Like there's no way they're like playing at the top of their game and like training every day. Like they're going out for dim sum and like fucking getting $20 million every like.
But what else do you want Messi to do? Also, he's gonna reach a point where he's gonna be what 34, and
No, man. I think Messi is like one of those. So I don't know what like Messi's like, where Messi sees himself in 5 years
okay.
or
Let's not
whatever,
be
like
realistic
that
here.
kind
I'm
of
just
thing.
like hypothetically, what would it be, or how would it be
No,
like
that's
if
what.
Messi got here?
Oh, it would be insane, of course. I think like
Yeah.
instantly the viewership and all of that stuff, people would actually start following teams here and things like that. Like it would be insane.
Okay, then okay, if he did come, what would be the like? Would it actually be bad for the league? Getting all these superstars in the long run, even in the short run, is it actually beneficial for the league? Or should the league grow more like holistically, like developing grassroots players, developing the inner core,
I think those
developing
things
tactics,
are.
or rather than like actually going for these superstars? I'm not talking about the Central European level soccer players like Vasquez and all those. Those guys are good. Those I feel like those guys are good for the league. But actual superstars, which the league kind of employed in the beginning of their reign, like like where they got David James in, they got Fowler in, they got all these like superstar names in.
But did
But
those guys
now
do anything for the league?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so maybe that strategy didn't help, and getting all these unknown names who are gonna try hard. Okay, they have reached the end of their career, but they're tryhards, right? And they are the superstars in the league, and they might be able to better develop their Indian counterparts around them rather than a superstar.
I think that
Like,
I think like those two things aren't like you have both of those things happening at the same time. I don't think it's like you have to choose between one or the other because like I think we talked about this last time also. It's like, okay, man, ISL is 6 years old comparatively to like any other league. It's still like very much in its infancy, and so I think getting like talent to come will help the side of like increasing viewership, increasing like engagement with ISL, and then that automatically will result in like other things, that more people are interested. Maybe some kid looks at Messi in Goa or some shit, and he's like, oh shit, that's cool, like I want to play football now, and then he becomes like a fucking superstar like 10 years later. So it can have like all those kinds of knock-on effects. I don't like in terms of developing the players. Yeah, I agree, like there's no real benefit. I think, I mean, it'd be cool to like learn from Messi and stuff like that, uh but I think it's more around like drawing people into the sport, because I think that's still like a challenge, man, for ISL. Like it's not okay. Yeah, it's like pretty big, 50,000 people and all like show up to the stadiums and stuff. Okay, that's cool, but they want to get to a stage where it's like competing with cricket and stuff, because when you compare it to like a cricket or even hockey, I've heard in India it's not comparable, right? So they want to get it to that stage, and getting it to that stage involves like doing these kinds of like marketing, advertising moves, whatever you want to call it.
I think ISL also needs to do work on like I don't know how this works. I don't have any like knowledge about this, but how do you get your own players? Like how do you get scouts from clubs to come? How do you attract foreign clubs to buy Indian players? I feel like instead of getting foreign players like Messi and all, which is never going to happen, uh, Indian players should go out and play in foreign leagues. Like you should have
Yeah.
players. Like if you look at all the countries that play all in the World Cup, you have like a lot of them have strong local leagues where like look at the Brazilian league. A lot of players play in the Brazilian league and they're good and they're top players in that league. But then you have some like elite players that are playing in league in France and England and all that stuff. And you don't need maybe like that's a long way away. Like playing in the EPL is hard, but you could have some players playing in the championship, even in the second division or something.
Yeah.
You could have some players playing in whatever some other league where there's like really high quality coaching. There's like you can learn. People who play in the World Cup have played with each other or against each other in other leagues. Indian players don't do that. Like they don't know how people play. Like if India had to play against I don't know, some, let's say like Algeria, they don't know. Like yeah, you can watch videos and stuff, but they haven't played with those players. But Algerian players have played with French players. They've played with Brazilian players. Like they know how these guys play. They know how their coaches work. So like that's like an edge that Indian players need.
So that brings about an interesting question, right? Like if you were to grow this league, will the league grow, or at this stage, at this very stage, 6 years into the league, um, would the league go better with foreign players coming in or Indian players going out?
Both.
Like what's the best balance here?
I think both,
I
right?
think both need to happen, but I think it is slightly more important that like Indian players go and
Okay,
play
so
somewhere else.
let's just divide this up. So either for the league to grow, not for Indian football team to grow, not the best 11 or then the best 24, whatever. The Indian league as all the teams to grow as a whole. Do you think
But
they
grow
should
in what
export
way?
the grow
Like
in
skill
the
level or like
terms of skill
viewership?
level,
Or...
in terms of the infrastructure around it, as well as viewership?
Like think about when we watched Toronto FC here. Like yeah, it was really exciting to see. Jovinko was awesome to see. Like he was okay. He came from Juventus. Wow, so cool. But like sometimes I was more excited to see someone like Osorio or something like score a goal. You know,
Yeah.
it's like more exciting to see like a local player come out and perform at that level. And like for sure, like someone like Jovinko. Jovinko was not like he wasn't like Pogba coming here. Like yeah, he was a
Yeah.
top player from a top league, but he was like they sold him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't good enough for them.
He was a Juventus reject. Yeah.
Yeah, he came here, and okay, so here he can flourish, and he can also provide some guidance and mentorship to the players. You need players like that. Maybe even Jovenko is like a level too much for India right now, because maybe they're not at that level yet. MLS has a system of designated players, so they have a system to
Yeah.
deal with it, and every team has someone like that. So maybe India needs to think about that kind of stuff.
True. I was also wondering whether, like a player like Manveer, like right now he's the upcoming player for India. Even what's his name? I forget, the guy from I think we noticed him in the Hyderabad game. The guy with the long hair. He's also part of the Indian squad. Um, like having players like these, do you think in the over the next, let's say next they're 21, 22, in the next 5 years, just before they hit the prime, they like development stages, do you think for the Indian football to grow, does it make sense for them to continue playing in India or get some loans out to like tougher leagues?
I think they should be loaned out, man. I really think like I don't know how much Indian teams do this, but they should like work on those partnerships, because those guys need to develop like that. You need to learn to play in different conditions against different people, coaches, referees,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I was wondering that, does it really, like, how much does it help India to get foreign players and have them mix in with the teams and develop their club, but not really like developing their star players, like the star Indian players? Do they suffer, or like, or does it hamper their growth if they continue playing in Indian league, or are they better off getting
One thing that I kind of had like an idea, not idea, but just kind of occurred to me was, so there's like this whole question of, like how good is the Indian league actually? Like, we're always talking about it being like maybe like a lower level than, let's say, even like the UAE league or like some Japanese league or Australian league or whatever it is. So I think it's important for, let's say, maybe like the top two or the finalists of the ISL to play in some sort of like Asian Champions League. And that will, so like the way I see it is, if
there's
I don't know if there is one like that, but I'm just saying, like, so if an ISL team is actually able to win one of those, then it like puts ISL on the map, being like, oh shit, like, maybe the teams in this league are actually teams that to be contended with. And that kind of will set like a bar of like, okay, this is how good the ISL is, because right now they're like kind of isolated from everyone else. So no one really knows, like, okay, like, are they good? Are they like, what is
also like one thing I keep using Europeans as an example, like France and England and all that, but like that's probably not where they should be focusing. It should be like Iran and like the Gulf and like Asian countries around them, right? Because like their campaign to the World Cup is through those countries. It's in Asia, right? So like even Australia, I guess, because Australia is in
that's where I think where they should go, like Australia, because firstly, like the language becomes a little easier. Most Indian players know how to speak a little bit of English, but I feel like the Australian league should be like their target in the sense that the skill level is a little higher or like a lot higher than the Indian Football League. As well as they are looking to develop talent. And I was always wondering, all these Indian diaspora that's there in UK, in Australia, in Canada, in America, where they do promote athletics really heavily. All these guys whose parents left in the 60s, 70s.
When I was in school, I played football.
Yeah. And so the kids of those guys, those families, they grew up with a good athletic system, right? How come, like, when we hear all these African players who are actually French, but they play for their native African teams, home teams, why don't we hear like all these Indian
because
players
those African teams compete in the World Cup year after year after year. Like, it's a good team to play for. Like, being someone who's like,
but we don't even hear. I know, I get that, but like we don't even hear all these Indian like third tier English players who are Indian born come back to India and play. Like, I'm sure there's few.
Like, maybe it's not worth it, right? Like, it might not be worth it. Like, okay, maybe they can't get into the English national team, but then it's like, is it really worth it to go play for the Indian national team? Will their skills improve, or will they just be putting time into something which gets them no net benefit?
Yeah, I guess.
There's one player actually I saw. He's Iranian, like his father's Irani or something. His mother's Indian, something like that. He has an Indian connection.
Yeah.
And he was, I think he has like an OCI card or something like that, and he was thinking about playing for the Indian national team because he couldn't get into the Iranian team. And he's supposed to be really good, but apparently India fucked it up somehow. Like the Indian Sports Football Authority
didn't recognize him as
some shit. Like something happened with that.
Of course.
But you know what? I was just looking up Alphonso Davies, right? Like, look at that guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the example I wanted to give him. Yeah.
Like, he's like, just having him. First of all, he's so young. Secondly, one guy. Okay, it's like the Canadian team sucks. It sucks. They lose to Honduras every goddamn year. But like one guy. Granted, it's like next level. Like, this is the dream. Like, I'm not even saying that India should do this. I'm saying India should go to Iran or something. But one guy got into fucking Bayern Munich. He won the Champions League. He has a Champions League winners medal, right? Yeah. Like, that's amazing. Imagine what he can bring back now as a left wing.
I think he just got the Canadian Sports Personality of the Year award also.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And and he was named in the FIFA World 11 as the best right back. And like, that's the most proudest or pinnacle moment of Canadian football, I think.
That's crazy, right? So imagine him coming back and training with his team now, and they'll, looking for insights on wingers and left backs, right backs, whatever, like wing backs. This guy now can say, okay, I've played at this level. This is what these guys do. These are the drills. This is the gameplay. This is the strategy. Like, that kind of shit, you can't just stay in the MLS and learn that, right? Like, how are you going to learn that?
Yeah, but think about where like the MLS is and what the infrastructure here in Canada is, and the output of like exceptional players is still so low, right? So
yeah.
Maybe they are. If anybody knows of all these insights, you can let us know in the comments. And I actually would like to know what's happening with like youngsters. If there is a plan by that, maybe like football followers already know that we don't know of, by the IAFF or whatever.
Even coaches should go abroad, like imagine coaches in their training or whatever, like coaches.
But the coaches are coming from abroad already. Half of them, like most of them, are all in. There's not a single Indian coach. This is a good
opportunity for Indian coaches to A, learn from them, and also B, for Indian coaches to, like, if they can't find opportunities in the ISL, go abroad, go somewhere, get an assistant coach job, get like a second assistant or whatever, and learn from like people who are playing in the Asian Champions League and people who are playing in the World Cup and shit like that.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna share my screen now. Can you guys see?
Yeah. Yes. Man, Jamshedpur, huh? Like, they made it.
Jamshedpur. But also there's a catch with Jamshedpur. They do have 2 games in hand. Sorry, they have played 2 extra games.
True.
These 3 teams, which are also 1 or 2 points behind, just outside the top 4, they all have 2 games in hand.
True.
So basically everybody has... Jamshedpur basically has 1 game left.
True. But they have managed to snag points from the top 4. So
they have. And I'm very confident Jamshedpur will go through. I really do think. And their next game is against Jamshedpur. I think has a bye week next week. Yeah. and their next game is against Kerala. So they definitely should be making the top 4. But Bangalore had a lost opportunity today. It lost to Jamshedpur, and they had a game in hand with that game. So today's game was their game in hand. And then Bangalore actually plays Mumbai and East Bengal. So they have one tough game and one easy game to stay in the top 4. But I truly feel Goa or Chennai, maybe even Hyderabad, could potentially, I don't know. Hyderabad has Northeast to play and Chennai to play. So two relatively...
Chennai will be
Chennai
really
will be
important.
Cool. Yeah.
Actually, all of the games.
And Goa. So they have Goa, Chennai, and Northeast to play. Northeast has Hyderabad to play, and...
Wait, did Hyderabad Goa not happen already? Oh, it's next week. Shit, okay. I thought it happened already. Sorry.
No, it's this week. It's day after tomorrow.
I don't know what day it is anymore.
Bangalore still has... Sorry, Northeast still has Mohun Bagan to play, and... Hyderabad, right? Yeah, Hyderabad. So they have 2 tough games coming up. Goa has, I think they play Hyderabad, East Bengal, and that's it. They have a bye week in the last week. So technically, if Goa wins against East Bengal, they creep into top 4.
It's really close.
And it's really close, man.
Yeah.
But I really feel Goa has the easier route than Bangalore. Bangalore is playing Mumbai and
who knows, man,
East Bengal.
Maybe East Bengal will get their one win of the season with Bangalore.
I did want to start this episode off by congratulating Kerala with their first win of the season.
Pretty amazing.
Amazing. And they beat a tough team. They beat who did they beat? Hyderabad, yeah. I feel like Hyderabad really lost out. They could have made top 4 with this game here. And
football, bloody hell.
Bloody hell. They could have... Oh, man. I can't believe Kerala beat them. But that just shows maybe Hyderabad won't make it. They have such good players. I really want them to make it. But I think they'll miss out this time, man.
It's crazy that all the way from basically 3rd place to 8th place, any of those teams could move up and down in that top 4.
Yeah.
But who do you guys think realistically makes it? Looking at the table.
I really hope Goa makes it. And I think they have the capacity to do it. And I think if Jamshedpur can not squander what they've done, because they've beaten the big teams, right? So now, who do they have to play left? Who else is left for Jamshedpur?
Jamshedpur, I think, has only one game in
Goa.
Oh,
right.
No, sorry. Jamshedpur has one game in Kerala. That's it. And that's an easy win. I feel like Jamshedpur's done. I think these 3 are set for top 3. Top 4 is a toss-up between Goa, Bangalore, Northeast.
The thing is, if Bangalore does well and Northeast or Goa make it, then Jamshedpur is in danger.
I don't think so. I think Jamshedpur takes it, man. 16. If they beat East Bengal, which most probably they should.
Yeah, but both Northeast and Goa have the potential for 6 more points. But the top 2 are such a level above.
Running away with it, yeah.
They are. Charan, what do you think will be the top 4?
I think it's going to be Mumbai, Mohun Bagan, Jamshedpur, and Goa.
I think we're all in the same boat there.
I actually, I don't know, either Goa or Chennai. I think Hyderabad, maybe not, but I want
Chennai
Goa.
has some tough teams to play. They have tough games coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I would like Northeast to be in there if they can maybe somehow win their next 2 games, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem likely.
Doesn't seem likely, right? All right, let's go to the highlights. As this game, I was watching it, and this game showed me how bad the refereeing is, dude. There was a point in this game where the striker Angulo, okay, he's literally while his teammate has the ball, he's running with it. It's a counter attack, right? They're running with it before he knows that his teammate's gonna pass to him, right? and he's running right at the shoulder of the defender. He knows the ref is going to call offside beforehand. So he's literally showing the ref while he's making the run. He's telling the ref, "Hey, I'm onside, I'm onside, I'm onside." The guy makes a pass. The ref puts the flag up, offside. And he was through on goal. If he had been onside, if the call wasn't made, he was through on goal. He probably would have scored. But the ref called it, and then they reviewed it, and it was not offside. That guy was literally pointing to the defender, "Dude, I'm onside, I'm onside, I'm onside," while running. And this guy made the pass, the ref called it offside. I wanted to slap that ref on this face, dude. He's so bad. Like, this is like schoolboy level of fucking refereeing, dude. Like, it's insane how bad, how atrocious like that decision making could be. Like, this guy's literally pointing to him. Dude, he's behind me. I'm behind the defender. And he still called it. It's like, I don't know what else to say. Like, what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. They really need VAR, man. Like, there's no reason. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a Zlatan goal, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus. Look at
this guy, man. He's the defender, and he scores like crazy goals, dude. I think he's in the team of the week or team of the season already.
Nice.
Oh, they would be.
I would really love to see Jamshedpur go to the finals. I think they would do well.
They are an entertaining team to watch, man.
Yeah.
Wow, good move.
Oh, it hit the bar. Oh.
No.
It hit the bar. Yeah.
Slow it down. Oh, yeah, shit, it did. Oh, yeah. Let's
Angulo.
Go.
Is this the...
No, this wasn't it. Look how quick he is. Huh? He's fucking super quick.
Yeah, he's really good.
All right. I thought he missed this.
No.
What the hell?
He was defending.
Okay.
Oof.
Whoa. What?
Apparently it went in now.
Oh, we have to see that again. It looked like it went in.
Dude, they don't even have goal line technology, man. What is happening?
I mean, all these other leagues also didn't have it for very long. Like, they got it recently, I think.
Yeah, but now that the technology exists, like...
Look at that. That's in. That's like the Lampard goal, remember? In the World Cup, Lampard scored.
That's in.
Sorry, they have these goal line cameras and they can't make those decisions.
They can't. That's why they don't use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like...
Oh, fuck. That's stupid.
There's like no reason not to use this shit.
That's crazy. That's really fucked up.
And these refs need help, man. Just get these... Oh, wow.
Wow.
Last minute.
Good. But I mean, if you're saying that Angulo got robbed because of that offside decision, then,
This is fair. Yeah, it's fair. But dude, it's just the refs, man. It's just like what I'm wondering is like the management, whoever runs this league, like they know. I'm sure they know by now the ref is like low quality, like throughout the league. Why not help them? Like, you have the technology, help them use it.
Exactly, man. It's like, no, it's more important to get the decision right than anything else, right? Like, so at least get the decision right and whatever.
And it's fair.
Get better referees eventually, whatever.
Hyderabad just signed a Dutch player on loan.
I actually wanted to ask, hey, let us know in the comments kind of thing also. Like, how does the whole like transfer system work? I see a lot of like players getting loaned out from East Bengal as well on the Reddit page, as well as all these players signing players. Are these for like the... Wow. That was a good goal. Through the keeper. Yeah, so what I was saying is, can you sign players anytime in the league? Or is there a deadline? Or are these players for next season? Or just before the playoffs, you can sign some new players? I would like to know that.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Pilkington. Oh, he did the keeper.
My goodness me.
What the fuck was that?
I like the move, though. I like the move. I really like the move. He didn't see the defender come in after that.
That is just...
Hey, how did you not show that again?
Man.
They really should have shown. Can we see that again?
Yeah.
That was just... Come on, man.
He deked him. Oh, his touch led him too far.
That sucks.
Hey.
Good defending though, man. Like that guy fucking turned on immediately and came back.
Yeah.
All right, man. This was an interesting game. East Bengal seemed to have like found some method of scoring.
I hated everything about East Bengal in this game. Like,
yeah, the defense was
just
atrocious.
Terrible, dude. Atrocious defending. You didn't see any. Okay, at least it was in the highlights. They didn't show any sort of build-up play. It's just nothing of substance. Both goals came from corners, which is okay, I guess. Like if that's their strategy, but
they won't win. They won't get to the playoffs like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna crash. Oh, he looked like he was gonna. My god, he was never in balance, dude. He looked like he was just gonna freaking foul him there. Look at him, he's going head first.
Honestly,
he's like already falling.
You know that feeling when you're running and you can start feeling.
Yeah, your knees are giving up, or your body is just like your face's balance is just not there. Wow, good goal.
Oh,
he looked dangerous the entire game, Murray. Fucking bull, dude.
Like you see, the reason I'm laughing so much is because, like, kids run like that, man. Like they have no like control over themselves, and they just run like so fast that they just like fall.
God,
it's so good.
Yo, guys, there's this movie we should watch.
What is it?
Lord of the Rings?
No. One second, let me find it. It's called what is it called? How do I find it? Sudani from Nigeria.
What?
Sudani from Nigeria.
Yeah, Sudani from Nigeria. That's the movie. It's a 2018 movie. It's a Malayalam movie. It's about a guy who's a Nigerian footballer who plays in a Kerala team. He gets transferred to a Kerala team, and I guess like the people in Kerala are just like, oh, he's from Africa, so he's Sudani.
That's so
God.
weird.
I think it looks.
So it's
looks
about
really,
an African player who plays for Kerala, who plays in Kerala.
we should watch the trailer and react to the trailer.
Yeah, here.
Hi, Miss Samuel. You miss a hat trick.
Next match manager. Are you really from Nigeria?
Oh, Sudani from Nigeria.
Relax. Don't worry. We will be with you.
Our village and so.
Beautiful.
Oh, Ulupi Nigeria. Ulupi shame.
ഓനൊന്നും മനസ്സിലാവൂല ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ തന്നെ പറയേണ്ടി വരും
മലയാളം തന്നെ അറിയില്ല പിന്നല്ലേ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്
He doesn't know Malayalam. How does he know English? Seems like a decent movie, man.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I saw it. I was like, shit, I would watch that for sure.
I thought it'd be like one of those like Shaolin soccer but Indian version kind of things, and this sounds good.
No, this is like, he comes, he learns about the culture, they learn about his culture.
Yeah, that's
all
not
nice,
bad,
nice.
man. I like, you know what? Sometimes all these regional stories come out really good, man. Like there's all simple stories. I've been watching some of them on Amazon Prime. Okay, that takes care of the highlights. Let's just quickly go into results. Omar, you're still in the lead with 17. Charan is close at 13. I'm lagging again.
This week was bad.
Charan's at 15. I'm at 13. East Bengal Odisha. Battle of the
worst game.
Bottom of the table. Omar.
Fuck. I'll say 1-0 Odisha because badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
I'm gonna go 0-0. I think they're both
0-0.
trash.
I'm gonna go the opposite then. I'm gonna go 2-0. 2-1 East Bengal Odisha.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see how that works out.
So East Bengal, their first win is what
East Bengal with their first win. They have to. If they don't beat Odisha, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have to beat Odisha.
They have to beat Odisha. That's the test. I think this is Robbie Fowler's test. Now you have a team which is doing as badly as you So the quality of players doesn't matter. It just comes down to coaches. How well can you motivate the team?
Yeah.
And I feel like
he can't.
I don't have faith in
Yeah, dude. Like, let's
watch it. Yeah, let's end that on our final.
Did you see the comment on the Reddit thread? Fowler acts like Klopp at pre-match press conferences and like Conte at post-match press conferences.
Does he? So this is what you're watching. Let's just put this on.
Our players are giving everything. You know, we know we're not probably the strongest team or the strongest squad in this, but our players are giving everything, and it's a little bit rich coming from you saying that we're lacking depth. We know we are. But we've lost one in 4 games, so have a little bit of positive. There's positive signs there. At times tonight we showed a lot of fight, a lot of bravery, and you're sitting there having a go of our defenders or our midfielders because we're lacking a bit of depth. Do us a favour.
There was not my criticism, and it has a lot to do with the.
That's
weird,
just
man.
what
so
a
cringe.
shitty response.
Whiny little.
Also, you don't have to respond to that. Like, that's not something you should be responding to.
Especially from an experienced player. Like, you've received
like...
criticism in English football all your life. What are you saying that, hey, don't sit there just criticize this team because we haven't won a game this entire season? That's just ridiculous, dude.
Dude, he needs, I don't know what, needs to get his priorities straight, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good end to the regular season, and then playoffs will be fun, man.
I'm really excited for the playoffs, man. I hope it's 1 plays 4, and 3 plays 2. What the hell is he doing? It suits you kind of, man.
I don't agree, but
I agree. It suits you. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like it, still subscribe. Bye-bye.